What's up today, guys? Today we're doing my sister's Jeep. In the last vlog we were driving back to the junkyard actually, and her fan seized. See this? Her fan right here actually seized. The shaft is still spinning because the belt's still spinning, so it's just making crazy noises. The fan's not cooling it down. Her electric fan doesn't work, so the Jeep's overheating. So we're doing fan clutch in the Jeep today. It's pretty simple. You take the shroud off. There's a few bolts on the pulley. The clutch comes off and put the new one on. So the first thing you've got here, gotta take off here. There's a bolt here and here, holding this overflow tube on, and it also holds the top of this shroud on. They're just 8mm bolts right here and right there. You're gonna pop those off quick. Once you've pulled those two bolts off in the front of the fan shroud, you won't be able to pull it out because it goes underneath the fan, but you're able to push it back out of the way. Then there's 4 bolts down there on the pulley. They're 13mm. You're going to take all those off. If you pull all 4 bolts off, you should be able to wiggle it, and the whole thing will pop right off. And you kind of just got to work its way out. You might need to take the fan off to wiggle the clutch out, and then wiggle the clutch back in. I'll let you know what I do in a second. Alright, so I cannot wiggle it past. It just barely catches with the shroud being in there and everything. I can't wiggle it out. So again, 13mm. There's 4 bolts on the fan. I just dropped that one. You're just going to undo all those 4 bolts. The fan will come off the clutch, but it will stay on the shaft. But then you will be able to wiggle it out enough, because the fan won't be in the way of the shroud anymore, to get it all out as one piece. Then we can take it apart even further when it's out. Alright, so after removing the fan, I was able to wiggle it all out of there. Fan shroud came out with that. And here's the fans. Remember when you take this off, which way it went in the vehicle. For me, the sort of cupped end of the blade went towards the engine, just like that. And then we can tell that this one's bad because if we spin this, there's tension, and all of a sudden it's loose. I mean, now you can do this to it. So that's what's going on. Her pulley's spinning where the belt is, and then the fan's just sitting there not moving because there's no more tension. This one, no matter how much we turn it, it keeps tension, which is going to spin the fan. Always tension on it. So now you're pretty much just going to reinstall everything you just did. So fan's going to go on like this. 4 bolts go in there, fan shroud and this go in there. This back on the pulley. The clutch was so bad that the bearing was going out, and the fan was actually hitting here. Starting to shred the plastic on the shroud. That's how far gone the clutch was there. So then something like this happens, you know, it could hit other stuff down there. It could hit the water pump pulley or something else like that. Air condenser. So you're going to want to check all the blades on your fan. Make sure none of them are missing, of course. And then big chunks, gouges, all bent. Something like that happens, you're going to need a new fan. Because otherwise your fan's not going to be balanced, and then it's just going to destroy your new clutch anyways. So make sure you check that over. Okay, so I went ahead and put the fan on the new clutch right away. And I'm going to insert it like this. Put the fan shroud in. Alright, so after you put the fan on the clutch, you put the whole assembly back on the pulley down there. Back down there, then you're going to reinstall the fan clutch, bolts, this breather hose, all of that. And then the last step will be to crank it over, but make sure this is straight, it's not hitting on anything. Then start it, make sure everything works. Okay, so I just started the Jeep. As you can see, the fan is spinning. It's working like it should. There's no more weird noises. The weird noise that we heard was the fan rubbing on the shroud, and the shaft spinning with the bearing not spinning. So it's nice and quiet now. Jeep runs good, better, no more overheating. Yeah, Real simple, real easy. That only took about a half hour. 8 bolts total, plus the shroud. Yeah, real simple job. So I said thanks to everyone for watching.